Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. There we go. Welcome. If you could do me a favor, please. This is just so important. Take a moment, turn those cell phones off. Airplane mode will not work. We need to make sure we keep the Wi-Fi or the live stream will die. And then it will haunt you. No, I'm just kidding. So if you just do me a favor and do that, that would be great. I hope everybody's excited for the holiday service. It's going to be amazing today. We have so much to do. We have more people signed up, but it looks like they had a little much too holiday wine last night. So anyhow, they messaged, sorry. We have an email list. If you're not already on it, if you're already on it, you don't need to sign up again. But we just send it out once, maybe twice a month, just to let you know what classes, what's coming up, what we have going on, and to remind you that there's the service if you want to join us. So let me just pass it around. I know some of you are already on it. How many people this is their first service? Ooh, good. How many repeats do we have? There we go. Yay. Well, welcome old and new. You know, the holidays are such a time of like transition. You know, we're kind of going out with the old, coming in with the new. We're missing loved ones. We're looking at our life. And so the holidays can be just this time of joy and emotion, reflection, excitement, but sometimes even a little sadness too, you know, as you're kind of going, huh. So we're going to kind of go over all of that today. But like I said, we have three amazing professional mediums that are going to deliver messages from your loved ones in spirit. And we have a fantastic talk about orbs. And I actually forgot to show her. She's an expert on orbs, but I actually forgot to show her. I did this little, so I'll just quick little story, right? So I don't know about any of the other mediums, but you know, we have activity when we go to bed, you know? And so every once in a while, you know, I'll get all tucked in and then I feel like I'm not alone. I'm like, someone's here. You know, your breath, hold your breath. And so I've gotten smart. I whip out the camera and start video. And I got this video the other night of feeling it was all these orbs just flying in like crazy. And I was like, oh, so cool. You have to know this stuff to really be like that. It's so cool. Otherwise, you might be a little freaked out. But for us, it's really normal. It's your friends, family, loved ones coming in to say hi. So we always start with a talk of the day. So we're going to do a talk and we're going to do a message from Spirit. The message is a channeled message. So let us begin with that, shall we? Okay. The hope we seek in the world lies within you. You are the pulse of the physical world that is desperately needed to manifest all of the potential we see. Do not give up on the possibility of peace and love for all. Don't get lost in the hate around you. Do not feel hopeless in the sometimes uphill battle you may feel, for we have placed you in the middle so that you may chariot all that is possible. You are the good and the light. We see that in you. When you center and when you remember what is, you see that in yourself as well. You have the power to raise others. We ask that you use this power to motivate and inspire those around you. Your tools are your smile, your warmth, your kindness, your gentleness, your strength, your resilience, your passion, your gift to get up even after feeling broken. Let your soul glow so that all those who are lost will come to you for safety. Be that light. It is through your compassion and kindness you can create a chain reaction of healing and hope and show that we can all come together. We understand that this is a time of reflection, to review and check in. This is fine, but when you do, we ask that you do not forget to check in on your entire soul's journey, not just this physical experience. Look at all the glorious places your soul has visited. Remember all of the people you have met and you have helped, and all of the experiences that have brought you to this point right now. You are glorious. You are a healer. You are loved. May you take your light out to love as many as you can during this time of year and every day. Show those feelings and show those where hope comes from. Carry them with your love. Your heart is big enough. Do not worry. Show them that there is a way, and that way is through love. Express your emotions. Do not allow fear to hold you back. Open your heart without apology. For those that have hurt you will have their own accord, so do not give them the gift of dimming your light. Carry your head high and remember your purpose. You are here to light the path and to create a space of love that does not have limits. You are limitless in your ability to love and boundless in how you share that love. You are the chariot. Know that we are with you as your family. We are here as your friends. We are your soul. We are your spirit. Carry us close and feel the love we give to you this day and every day. Don't you just love them though? Mm-hmm. Really nice group of people, I think. So the talk of the day, again, we're at that end of the year, looking, reflecting, and as it comes to a close, it's time for us to take stock. It's time for us to look at our life. What do we need to release? Have you gone through your closets to see if you have a jacket that may keep another warm? How about a pair of shoes that may keep someone's feet dry? Do you have an extra blanket you are not using? I bet if you looked around, there are items right now in your space that you can release. And by releasing them, you help another. How about your friends? Have you gone through to see who's been naughty, who's been nice? You may have those that are there every day. Maybe it's a call, maybe it's a text, maybe it's a check-in, but you know that they have your back. Do you have friends that speak kindly of you when you are not present? Do they stand up for you when you are not there to defend yourself? Do not be afraid to let go of those who are not truly there for you. We spend too much time trying to hold on to what Spirit is asking us to let go of. We try to convince other people why we are good in those relationships, instead of surrendering to Spirit, letting us know the assignment is over. How about your emotions, your feelings? Are you holding on to anger, pain, hurt, worry, fear? Are you afraid to release these emotions because it means you will then create space for something new? I know that was like a little snap, wasn't it? One snap. Just call me out. What if something new is better? And it's right there on the other side of the horizon if you just let go of what is holding you back. This is the time for you to purge. Do not bring the baggage of today into the world of tomorrow. Tomorrow is your new beginning. Tomorrow is your time to own who you are and stand up for what you believe. To open your heart to all, to give unconditionally, but understanding that you are allowed to love yourself first and foremost. Let go of needless resentment. Let go of the little things. Purge your space, purge your mind, purge your ego, and honor where you stand today. Where you stand is because of what you have been through. You did not get to this place because you held on. You got to this moment because you continuously let go each and every step of the way. But your journey is not over. So let go again. Let go so that your tomorrow can begin today. Purge what no longer serves you and stand proudly before yourself and spirit and tell them, I am ready. Surrender and stand back to see the magic that they have in store for you. And then go buy yourself a present. Because we all deserve presents. We have an amazing talk today. Actually, I forgot your book. Will you grab your book real quick? It's right up there. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. All right. So our professional talk today is about orbs. And you might be like, what's an orb? It's a bubble. No, nothing. It's not a bubble. Not a bubble. But we have an expert in the house that will share with you evidence. She actually photographs orbs, proves that they're here, proves what they are, proves the existence, explains why. So she's written this fantastic book that will be for sale after. But before that, she's actually going to talk to you about what orbs are. And she even has this beautiful little video display to show you. So as she sets up, I'm just going to pass around the donation basket. It's just a $10 donation. If you feel generous, it just goes back into the center to create more and more for the community. So thank you. I would love to introduce Nancy Meyer. Welcome. See, look at this. It's all like so professional. State of the art. Okay. Overall, these cards have been doing a great job. First, I want to thank Colby for inviting me. I'm always happy to talk about my passion, and my passion is orbs. Oops, let me get rid of that. Sorry. Okay. Edgar Casey has been quoted as saying, each soul enters with a mission, and we all have a mission to perform. Mine just happens to be orb photography. There we go. How did this all start? This all started in 2010 after my son Robbie crossed unexpectedly. It was 2 days before his 28th birthday. In one of my very first readings, he came in and the medium told me, do you know what orbs are? No. She says, well, your work is going to be with orbs, and you're going to be working with your son. Mm-hmm. It's been quite a journey since. Mm-hmm. So now, after about 8 or 9 years, I've taken probably over 25,000 pictures. I take pictures almost every day. Almost every day I capture orbs. I build up a relationship with them, and you can too. Anybody can capture orbs. But the questions that I get asked the most, number one, what are orbs? Number two, why do orbs appear in so many different colors? Why are orbs even here? And who are the orbs? So if you want to understand orbs, you have to understand frequency and vibration. It's all about frequency and vibration.
vibration carries color. So when you want to talk to spirit of the universe, you speak in frequency. And one of my heroes said, Albert Einstein, matter is energy, energy is light. We are all light beings. So what are orbs? It's energy. That's what it basically is. When we shed these physical bodies, we literally go back to our true essence, which is energy. So that's what I'm capturing. And here's a sample of some of the colors that they come in. And I'm going to tell you something right now. This is my disclaimer. I'm just a mom from Rancho Cucamonga. I do not have a degree in orb photography. I don't think there's one available. So the names that I've given these orbs are my names. The information that I share is what's been told, what I've experienced, what I've dreamt, what I've seen. I have seen orbs with my eyes. So just take what fits and leave the rest, okay? So anyway, orbs come in a myriad of colors. Every color you can imagine I have captured, but I put up these are actual orbs. And just to show you that they can resonate with our energy centers when they want to convey a message, send healing, send ideas, send comfort. Excuse me. But also I wanted to tell you that the camera that I use is, somebody asked me once, do you have an orb camera? No, I don't think there is one. The camera that I use is just a very inexpensive digital camera, but the flash is always on. I do not use my cell phone because the cell phone, number one, I take way too many pictures, but it has a lot of filters on it. So the cheaper the camera, the better. So I've seen people say, well, orbs are just angels. They're just animals. They're just our loved ones. Well, yes and no. They're everything, and we're still learning. I learn something new every day. I get a different type of orb constantly with the same camera, with the same settings. So I'm going to show you some of the types of those orbs. This one, excuse me, I call my spotlight orb. And I call it the spotlight orb because it literally lights up what's behind it. You know, you'll hear a lot of people, naysayers, say, oh, orbs are just dust. Dust doesn't do that. The next type that I get, and this is one of my favorites, this is what I call the crown jewels. Oops, don't fall. These types of orbs have only appeared twice. Now again, I use the same camera, same setting, same photographer. I don't change, the camera doesn't change, the orbs change. So this one I called crown jewels. They've only appeared for 3 months twice in the 8 years that I've taken these pictures. Here's some more, you can see the different colors. This one I love. This I call my planet orb, only because it reminds me of Saturn and Jupiter. Very powerful orbs, these orbs. But again, they only appeared for a very short time. This one is only one of 2 photos out of 25,000. This one I call Mars. And this one is the only one I have ever captured. I call this one my God orb. If you look closely, you know the Sistine Chapel where the finger is coming together? It's Michelangelo's Venus. That's what that reminds me. But it's a very, very powerful orb. And this one, we do have orbs that come from the angelic realm. They are a little different. Can you notice that the brilliance almost seems to expand beyond the borders? You don't see the concentric circles. It's just a brilliant without hurting your eyes. So I call these my angelic orbs. Now, when you take orb photography, sometimes you capture moving orbs. Now, you have to remember, orbs on the pictures, they look flat. They are truly spheres. They vibrate. Everything in our world vibrates, even though we don't know it. But that's how the orbs appear. They vibrate, depending on the speed, is their color, and they vibrate in and out. But when I capture the moving orb like that, now my camera, my little cheapy camera, will literally stop a hummingbird's wings in motion. So the shutter is pretty quick. They've done studies. If you capture a moving orb like that, they've measured the speed. It has to be moving over 600 miles an hour. So they move and they move fast. But I love this picture because you can see literally the orb in the different positions, right? You're going to see a lot of my house and me because I don't have to ask permission for that. This is what I call a ribbon orb, and I get these all the time. Sometimes they're very short ribbons, sometimes they're 3 feet across, sometimes they're inside, sometimes they're outside. But again, that's an orb in motion. Now I want to talk about a little bit false orbs because I get questions all the time. And the biggest one is from cell phone cameras. And people will take a picture pointing it directly into the sun or the light or a mirror. Nancy, what do you think of this orb? I'm sorry, that's not an orb. What happens with our cameras is, and our phones, is that's lens flare. So that's what this is. That's taken with my cell phone, pointed right into the sun. It looks like a really cool UFO, but it's just lens flare. So if you do take orb photos, please do not point it at a light source. This blue dot is very, very typical of the cell phones. And this is what happens when you take in a snowstorm or rain or dust. Okay, you can see that there's really no color. It's just, that's dust. Okay. Okay, now orbs can communicate and they respond. They do talk to me. And this picture, now I have to tell you, all the pictures that you see here are either my photographs or the ones that my husband has taken of me. By little choice, he's become quite more of a photographer in his own right. But anyway, I was sitting at the kitchen table and I told my husband, Robbie said he's here. He wants you to take a picture of me. Robbie's my son. Okay, so I've been told Robbie is always on my left shoulder. So my husband took a picture, one picture, and you can see there's that orb. And Robbie, as I'm dressed in teal, Robbie's color is teal. So that's when I know it's him. It took him a long time. I kept asking him to show himself in an orb. No, Mom, you can't see me yet. It's too much for you. So he would always show himself as teal. But he can change his color. Let's not put these in a box. They are capable of everything, okay? This picture was taken, and Robbie said, take a picture of Dad. This happened to be the very first Father's Day for my husband without his son, and it was his only son, and it was really rough. But Robbie told me, Mom, take a picture of Dad. And those are our dogs. They're all in spirit. And we're going to tell you a quick story about our dogs in a second. But anyway, I took one picture, and there you can see, you know, Dad, you think of me, I'm right with you. And it's teal. Now this lady, what I do is I'll do orb events, and I take pictures of everybody. I ask them to call in their spirits, and so far, knock on wood, spirit has not let me down. I was having a really hard time with this lovely woman. Well, come to find out, her daughter had just passed within 7 months. I finally got an orb, and it was on her hand. Can you see it? She's holding her glasses. And so I asked her, I said, is there something wrong with your hand? Do you have arthritis? Or because sometimes when the orbs show up on certain parts of our body, it tells us they're sending healing. She said no, and she burst into tears. She said, I just picked up the ring that I had made from my daughter's ashes today. And her daughter was giving her a shout out. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for remembering me and honoring me. I had a couple come see me, and I don't like to know about the people before they come because that'll taint what I see and expect. But this couple came and I took this picture. A lot of times I can see in the orb, but other people can't. But the faces are becoming clearer and clearer. So I saw this and I said, okay, I have a young man in spirit, and I kind of drew in there. And you can see, I said, okay, I have a young man, he's got kind of scruffy beard and goatees, but he's got big glasses and dark hair. Do you know this? Mom burst into tears. She said, yes. She said, that's our son. And Dad whipped open his arm like that and showed it to me. And there he had the tattoo of his son, exactly as it appeared in the orb. So again, what's the orb saying? Number one, I'm with you. Number two, Dad, cool tattoo. Right? But they want us to know they are with us. They will respond. I will ask the orbs many times to be by me. I'll hold my hand out, and they will respond and be there. This one, I sat and I said, I told my poor husband, take a picture of me. I'm going to call in my angel. And so I held my hand over my heart. I know my angel's name, and I said, please be with me. And there you can see it's one of those white angelic orbs. So they respond, they listen, they hear us. Just like when mediums read, they hear, they talk to us. Now this is when they started getting really clear. And hopefully you can all see this. Now I'm going to tell you something else. The best place to see the nuances of the orbs are on the back of my camera. Obviously I can't share that, it's too small. But each time I put it on a different media, it does lose a little bit, so hopefully you can still see what I'm talking about. But this is my brother. This was the last picture taken of him. He was 13 and I was 9. So he passed a long time ago. So, but he showed up in the orb, but not only did he show up in the orb, he showed up as the last picture that I knew and how I remembered him. So you tell me that he's with me. Can you see his face?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. This is my dad. My dad's the biggest ham. He's in the orb more often than anybody. But this is a picture. I know it's a little rough picture, but that's how I remember my dad. Can you see his face in the orb right there? Oops, wait, what happened? Let me go back. So sorry. Okay. If you look at his mustache right there, and an eye, and this is the shape of his face. Can you guys then allow your face or your eyes to tune in? So that's my dear old dad. Finally, my son appeared. This was the last picture of my son. This was taken the night before he crossed. Can you see him in the orb? I mean, he's got his scruffy mustache and goatee right here, and his glasses. So since that one, he's been in others. So I thanked him for that. I guess I had healed enough that he could finally show me. I'm going to talk about animals for a minute. As you all know, animals vibrate at the vibration of love. They are really connected to spirit, and they see orbs. You've seen cats look at nothing in them. Okay, well, they also appear in orbs. You can see the date stamp on that for those of you that are in angel numbers or into angel numbers. This was totally unintentional. It was on 4/11 at 9:44 p.m. That white dog that you saw on the previous slide, that was my dog. Her name was Spirit. When she was 2 years old, she got cancer and we had to release her. It was tragic because she was so young. So that night I went out and I said, Spirit, my dog Spirit, I just need to know that you're happy. Can you please show me that you're happy? So I took that picture and I'm going to zoom in to this orb right here. So here's my dog Spirit. And if you look for her black mouth right here, can you see that? And her nose? Hopefully that shows up. Not only did she appear in the orb to let me know that she had successfully made it to the other side, what did I ask her? Please tell me that you're happy. And she came in smiling. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, I can show you, I drew on there too. So. I'm not an artist, so that's kind of where she was. Okay, this dog was my soul dog. This was my dog Shadow, and every time I went out to take orb pictures, he would come with me. And when he would sit, he'd look at me like, Mom, they're right here, take the picture. And sure enough, they were. I miss this dog terribly, but he's since come in orbs in my dreams, and so he's still with me. This dog is Buck, and this picture was taken right after Buck suffered a stroke. He was 13 years old, and we were on our way to the vets. We had to release him, he couldn't move. So I said a prayer to Robbie and to my dog Shadow. I said, please, please be here, help Buck cross over, comfort him. He's probably very, very scared. So I took a picture, and you can see this orb right here. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in on that. So not only is that a teal orb, Robbie, it's right next to Shadow's picture. So with that one picture, placement, location, where orbs show up in the pictures also carries a meaning. They were telling me, we got this, we're here. So what are orbs? Basically, they're energy. Why do orbs appear in so many different colors? It's the rate of vibration, for identification, to convey messages. Sometimes they'll carry messages, you know, when we say, oh, I got an idea. Guess who brought that to you? Mm-hmm. Why are they here? And I didn't touch on this. They're here because orbs have always been with us, but now they can manipulate our digital photography, just like they do our computers, our cell phones, our electricity. They love our technology. Mm-hmm. So they're appearing now because they can. Plus, we're in a better place to receive them and to acknowledge them. The more you acknowledge them, the more they will appear. And who are the orbs? As I stated, they can be loved ones, angels, divine beings, and even our pets and animals. So I leave this was the lesson that the orbs have taught me so far. Some days you will be the light for others, and some days you will need some light from others. So with that, I thank you very much.
Isn't that great? Yeah. It's so effective. repetition. It's perfect.
That's awesome.
Did you enjoy that talk about orbs and understanding the great? I know you're all gonna leave here going, show me an orb. Show me. Where are you? I don't want a hummingbird anymore. Show yourself. Maybe that's just me. All right, so are you guys ready for some messages from Spirit? Yes? Awesome. All right, well, as you know, every month we have professional mediums. You know, they volunteer their time, they volunteer their gift, and they do it in the vein of serving Spirit, to create healing, to serve a higher purpose. So it's truly an honor that the three here today are with us, especially for this holiday service. And I would love to, I'll put this over here so no one goes to the bathroom. That's it. Have your chance. I'm gonna hold it to the end. Now, our first medium is someone that I love watching her joy and her spark and her spirit and her tenacity, her resilience, her stellar vocabulary. She's quite the vocabulary, which I always love. I'm like, what is that word? Being from New Jersey, my mom would always mispronounce words. Sorry, Mom. So I love to see that she shares her heart. You know, a lot of us who do this professionally, you know, we didn't always do this. We had muggle lives, we had real lives, we had these lives of either being in an office or having something, but there's a deeper calling somehow, and it doesn't go away. It nudges, it burns, and you try to ignore it. I mean, as far as almost any medium I have had the beauty of knowing, you know, this gift comes in, and the first thing we do is start to push it away. No, that's crazy. No, you're gonna think I'm crazy. And so with this particular medium, she was a school teacher. So already throughout her life, a healer, already throughout her life, giving of herself. And so to sacrifice and to say, I know that works. I know I'm helping the future. I know that there is a reward in this. And to sacrifice all of that because somewhere deep inside, there was a calling to serve on a greater platform. And so I am so honored and thrilled to have Susan Schueler here.
Well, it's lovely to be here and to see all your wonderful smiling faces on this wonderfully lovely Sunday morning. And it was interesting too. I don't know if you guys kind of noticed, but when she was up speaking about the orbs, did anybody else notice stuff around her? Because to me it was, and I don't usually notice stuff like that, and it was like, oh my God, it's crazy. So that was really interesting. So thank you for that. All right, let's see who wants to come forward. Okay, so I have somebody's dad. His energy is very different from mine. He's very mellow. He's very slow speaking. He's very deliberate. I feel like I'm dealing with a gentleman who's very intelligent. And I get the impression he thinks before he speaks. Unlike me. He thinks before he speaks. I feel as though this gentleman's on several medications before he passes. He doesn't like this, but he is. Drawn over here. Is your father in spirit? Mm-hmm. Is he a very not serious man, but deliberate? Does this sound like your father? No, it doesn't. Okay. Is your father in spirit? Does this sound like your dad? Okay, let me just, because I'm drawn like, I feel like I'm like right here with either one of the three of you right here, so it's like I have to figure this Okay, yeah, I really feel like I'm a slow, deliberate speaker who thinks before he speaks. Do you understand that with your dad? I also feel like I may not be educated, but I'm very bright. Do you understand that with your dad? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, helps me to hear you speak. I also feel like your dad may have felt kind of uncomfortable standing in front of a group because the minute, it's almost like he backs away a little bit from being here. So there's a little bit of shyness. Yeah, okay. But yet, I feel like even as I'm acknowledging that, I feel like when you knew him, when you were close to him, I feel like I get much bigger and I can open up and be much more personal. Okay, because right now I feel like, yeah, he's just, okay, he's coming closer now. Because I just want to smile with him. He feels like he's a very open-hearted man. You know what I mean? Give me the shirt off. You know what I mean? I just feel like that. And it's cute too, because he shows me lots of shirts. So I think what he's saying is he did that very frequently, and he was quite happy about that. He says you share that similarity. Do you understand that? Okay, because it's like he shows me, he shows me like he's very proud of the man that you've become because of that. And I feel like what he's saying, he's like, you know, there are a lot of things that I did in my life that maybe weren't the best. He's like, that, looking at you, was really something I did well. So I know he's very, very proud of himself in the way that he handled that. Very, very proud. He draws my attention to your mom. Is mom still alive? Okay, because he had huge heart love towards your mother. It was just like, I so scored with this woman. That's my verbiage, not his, okay? But he's so, it was just like, wow, I was so lucky to have this woman. And he shows me. Is mom going through a rough time now?
Yes.
Okay, because I feel like he wants to talk a little bit about mom. He says you're a good son. He says you're a very, very good son. And he's so thankful that considering he can't be there with mom in the way, in the physical sense, that you are. Do you understand that? So I feel like what he's doing, he's shaking your hand. You know what I mean? He's saying, you know, I'm very, very thankful that you are around. Do you have a sister as well? Okay, because he shows me your sister too. So I feel like the two of you really do look out for mom. But he's saying, and I don't think he would have acknowledged this in life, but what he's saying is there's a special connection that you have with your mother that maybe your sister doesn't have. Do you understand that? And that's why he's saying it's really important that mom can kind of lean into you, because I feel like she does. And he's thanking you for that. He's also drawing my attention to his mother, who's in spirit. Was he really close with his mother?
Yes.
Okay, because I feel like when he crosses over, that's who he's with. And he's like, it just this beautiful, beautiful homecoming. It was like, oh my God, my mother. And I just feel like he gives her this huge hug, like so happy to see her. Yeah. He's a really emotionally in touch man for being kind of shy in the beginning. Do you understand that? Oh my God, he's just lovely. Wow. I want to personally say that you were blessed to have this man as a father, because I do. And he's so humble about it because he's like, oh, don't say that. You know? I also feel like with your father, being a responsible parent was very important to him. There's such a strong moral fiber that this gentleman has, a strong moral compass. And I feel like it isn't just directed to my family. I feel like it's directed to community as well. Do you understand that? Because I feel like he's like, you know, there's just so many important things that you do to help other people. He's showing me, are you in a helping profession? Just because I feel like what he's saying is you help so many others too. Okay, because he's saying you must reach out and touch a lot of people though. Because it's like it almost shows up like you are in a helping profession. So don't negate that you actually are, okay? Because I feel like you are. You do. You really own it. Own it. Okay. So I'm just gonna I'm also feeling like Dad's talking a little bit about the holidays, okay? And I feel like he did the holidays up pretty well. Do you understand this? And I feel like he's talking about buying your mom something really special from him. Have you ever done that before? He wants you to. All right? He wants you to. And he's like, just give it some thought. He says, because if you do, mom will know it's from me. All right? And then he showed me the color red. Okay, so I'm wondering if there's something, think about this, okay? Because I'm just like seeing like something red for mom to wear. All right, does your mom wear red real well? Okay, I can't figure that one out. But Okay. Okay, the next person that I have coming through is a grandmother. She feels as though she's on your mother's side of your family, so I want to say this is your mom's mom. I feel like she too is a very deliberate person. I feel like a very calming presence. I also get the impression she may have been very close to you and almost playing the role of mother sometimes. I'm not necessarily sure if she lived with you, but she just feels like it's more than just grandmother. I'm drawn to this pocket over here, and I know it's kind of taboo when we do this to go to other mediums. Ed, does this sound like your mother's mother? No? Okay. Do you understand this as the girl in beige as mother's mother?
Not completely.
Okay, let me keep going here because I just don't go. You guys keep listening. Okay. Okay. Yeah, she feels to me like she's sort of no nonsense. You know, there's some grandmothers that feel all gooey and like cookies. She's not one of them. And I'm not saying, I just feel like she's a very strong, sensible, quieter woman. Do you understand that? You can say no, you won't hurt my feelings. No, okay. Do you understand that? All right, so you get the sensible, and we're definitely on mother's side of the mother's side of the family, right? Okay. She feels very practical. She feels very pragmatic. Do you understand that? Okay. I don't feel like I allow my emotions to run the show. I feel like I come from a place of the mind. Do you understand that? You sure?
Kind of.
Okay, let me go back. That's like a negative positive. Okay. I feel like she's more comfortable not being overly emotional.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And I mean, I know you and I know things that are going on in your life right now, but I just feel like she's saying she held a lot of things in. Do you understand that? Would you know that about this grandmother?
I can see that.
Okay, yeah. And I feel like what she's saying is she's acknowledging you're holding a lot of things in yourself. All right? It's like even my throat chakra kind of feels a little bit closed down right now. And I just get the impression is what she's letting you know. She's coming forward, first of all. You do understand how she played a little bit of a role of mother with you. Okay, yeah, because I'm like, that's really important. She wants it. It seems like that's very, very important. And I feel like she's allowing the fact that you lean into her right now as you're going through what you're going through and allow yourself to feed off of her energy. All right, almost like you would as a child and a mother, kind of lean into her. And she's letting you know, I am here. I am here to support you. I am here to help you in any way that I can. You can draw off my energy. You can draw off me being practical. You know what I mean? I just feel like she wants to feed you strength. I do feel like I was on a lot of medications though at the end. Do you understand that with this grandmother?
Yes.
Yeah, because I didn't like that. I also feel like my thoughts are kind of fragmented. Yeah, okay, and it doesn't even speak. Exactly, because I feel like in life I was very sharp when I was on, and it was like at the end when I sort of lost that was very challenging. Yeah. I do feel you were around her a lot at the end. Do you understand that? Yeah. She's thankful for that. I feel like what she's saying is I sort of fed off of your strong energy when I was weak, and what she's saying is you can do likewise now while you're having a little bit of a harder time. And I'm just going to say that she's so proud of you. She's so proud of you. She's like, you're a rock. You're a rock. And she's like, you just keep being that. Just stand in that rock place, and so to speak. And I'm just going to leave that with you. And thank you so much. She's lovely.
Negative, positive. I told you she's a teacher. Negative, positive. It's like, huh? Mm-hmm. No. Anyhow, isn't it beautiful messages, right? Mm-hmm. It's wonderful. Love to hear from Dad, right? So we have another medium, which is wonderful. I personally I just love this guy so much. It's been a few years ago now that I met him. I met him in a workshop. That's how I first met him. And he has such a sense of grace and such a sense of relaxed power with spirit. I mean, that's the best way to say it. You can tell he fully trusts and he surrenders, and just so nurturing in how he delivers the messages from spirit. So he's also a teacher and a Reiki master, so I think you'll be feeling all that love energy. A lot of vibration here today. Between the orbs flashing in, we've got the Reiki, the loved ones. So I would love to welcome Ed Torres up tonight.
Thank you all. It's a real pleasure to be here, and Colby is amazing, of course. The energy is wonderful in here, and wishing everybody happy holidays coming up. It is a challenge for some of us, and for others, it's a beautiful, exciting time. So I do have, I want to come this way. I'm not sure who you're with yet. I do feel a gentleman coming through a little younger. He's on the thin side, medium side, and maybe coming to you. I just want to be aware of that. Oh, interesting. I keep doing that. So he may have had some communication issues, some talking issues, opening up. I do feel that there's a nervousness with this person. If it's not with you, that's okay. I understand. Okay. I'm not going to negate it, so okay, so anyways, I'm feeling an excitement with him, energy with him, and again, so like a calming energy with him, but a nervousness with this person. And please, everybody, listen also. I do feel like, I almost feel like I'm taking 2 steps forward and maybe 1 step back in life. I do feel like I had some challenges, maybe some issues with understanding and emotions. Can you understand this? Yes, no? Okay, can you open it up a little bit more? No, that's okay. I do feel like there may be some issues with, interesting, I mean, we're drawn to the heart condition, heart issues. Opening up, again, I keep feeling like I'm in a box. I keep feeling like I can't get out. So I do feel this is a very friendly person, a very open person, but intense kind of person. It's okay. I'm right in here again. I'm still feeling it.
I can take a heart condition and the choking away of passing.
Okay, but other things have to fit also. Things need to fit. Again, I'm feeling like the challenges, a 2-step forward, maybe some challenges, 1 step back. I just need to keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. I do feel like I'm seeing this person, fair skin, full head of hair, maybe a little darker side. Yes, no, that's okay. Yes, no. I do feel like there's pressure on this person, stress on this person, kind of weighed down with things. No? Yes, it's okay. Guys?
Maybe.
That's
Maybe.
things need to fit though.
Maybe also.
Okay, so we'll go with these. Again, feeling like right in this area here. Do you feel like this is an emotional person also? Because I feel like I want to hold hands. I want to hold his hand. I do have a sense of emotion. I can cry. I can get in touch with my emotions also. I do feel like he can be very friendly, very outgoing. But again, I just have this little hole in my heart. Does that make sense? Okay. Yes, no? Okay, so we may be leaning right over this area. Things need to fit though, remember,
Yeah.
Things need to fit. Okay, very good, thank you. Family member? Okay, yes, good. Real close though, I'm feeling real close, yes. Now with that said, again, I want to go back to what I had mentioned earlier with the challenges coming up through the year. I do feel very supportive of you. I do feel like he's with you, and I feel like he's guiding you. Okay, right now he's guiding you. Ooh, I'm feeling like weak right now. I'm feeling your energy and his energy. So there's It was a beautiful meshing right now, and when it was separated, it was very hard. It was very organic. Sorry.
That's okay, sorry, I'm
Okay.
a crier.
Now, but with that said, I do feel this beautiful energy coming into you, this strength that you've been asking for and you've been receiving. And so know that they're there, know that they're hearing your prayers and absolutely with you right now. Okay? I also feel that you've been doing a lot of grounding work to keep yourself focused on things, keep yourself going forward. I do feel that there's steps being laid for you, so there's direction. You absolutely are feeling this direction, and there's a gratefulness for them, from them to you for being open to it. Okay, being open to it, you're just got, I mean, I want to start with you and your energy. Look at the energy in this room, how positive and beautiful it is, and keep opening it up, keep opening it up. So keep saying, oh, there's an interesting message for all of us. Keep opening yourself up to the beauty of things, not just in your own life, but the beauty in things everywhere. And we really can see it. It's there, out there. It's sort of like a flash, like the orbs, flash, vibration. So just be aware and be open to things. Do you feel like he's coming back to you? He's just with you, right? He's standing right behind you. It's like he's got his arms on your shoulder. God, it's just so proud of you, Mom. It's just an amazing thing.
Thank you.
Quick crossing, it was a quick transition, yes. And it's like, don't worry, it happened quick. I do feel like there were others. I feel like I was down, but others kind of helped him up and just kind of dusted off everything, and he was good to go. Okay, so it's important to realize it's good to go. I do feel like, it's so funny. There's a lot to say in a short period of time. The animals are with him. Interesting, there's this little one. A cat also. Well, there's a little animal with him. Looks like it's lighter fur. Okay.
Yep.
So,
Makes sense.
Something about the collar on that one. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Something about the collar? Okay, so again, these are just verification, just messages. A big shout out to Dad. Christmas time. This is a tough time right now. Okay, so big shout out to Dad. Something about an ornament. He's giving you an ornament. There's some special ornament right now that you'll understand.
Yes.
Okay, just to recognize it for that also. Good job, Mom. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I do feel a little bit drawn this way. I do feel a woman, older woman. See, I said older woman referencing like a generational up, but I don't want to. She's like offended. Don't call me older. Maybe I'm not sure. Mother, grandmother. I feel your white skin. No, I'm sorry. Fair skin, white hair is what I was referring to. But I feel like there's color associated with it. Just again, strength of this woman, character with this woman, standing strong. Okay, it's like I may have needed a cane, but I wouldn't have used it, or staff. There's a reference to a staff. I think this is a message, more of a message. And it may be for you. I may need a cane, I may need support, but I don't need it.
But she
Just realize this is part of the message. I don't need support. I'm strong. I'm real strong. Okay? Do you understand this? Okay. Big shout out, heart connection. Something out of a necklace. Would you understand that? Or some kind of a necklace with a, I think it's a religious reference. It's okay. Maybe. Do you understand? For you then? Okay, everything's fitting. Again, just a big shout out. Look farther, look ahead. Bigger picture. That's part of the message also. Got it? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
I love how your son's so persistent. He's like, Edward, nope, back over there. Are you guys enjoying yourselves?
Yeah.
Yes? Are you ready for some more messages? Yes? All right. Okay, lots of applause for your loved ones too. Our next medium, actually, it was just last weekend. She did her first public demonstration that was all by herself. So, massively successful. So now we we expect so much more here today. She as well is a Reiki master, and there's like those names for it, but you get it.
Yeah.
Lots of fire, healing, crystals. So I'm telling you, all the power and energy is coming forward today for you, okay? But so is the gift of your loved ones. So I would love to welcome Jules Davis.
All right, no pressure.
Thank you, Colby.
I just want to say thank you to Colby for giving me all of these opportunities, and all of you for coming and being a part of this community, because it's really wonderful to have these monthly services and the opportunity to receive these beautiful messages and the channel messages and everything. So let me just see who I have coming forward here. Okay. All right. I feel I have a mother stepping forward, and I feel like she had a witty sense of humor. And I feel like she could be quite charming. I do feel like she had a difficult side, but she could be quite charming when she wanted to be. I do feel drawn over to this side. I do feel she passed as well of an illness. I do feel right around here. So does anybody right here understand a mother in the spirit world with this type of personality would do? Okay, and are you?
Mother with a personality.
Personality doesn't, okay. All right, this is may I work with you? Okay. All right, and I know she had a very strong personality and could be quite demanding at times. Do you understand this as well? Because I'm getting a little bit of a bossiness with her. Does this make sense? Use your voice, please. Okay, because I get that she could be quite strong-willed, and she was telling me she was demanding. So do you understand this?
Demanding, not quite so much.
Okay, I guess it's more like she was quite particular about doing things the way that she liked them to be done. Do you understand it if I say it in that way? Just say yes or no. Say no if it's a no. Does anybody else understand? Okay. Does anybody else understand this?
Be a grandmother?
Okay. And would she be like a mother to you?
Yes.
Okay. And do you understand the rest of the personality that I've said? Is that a yes, yes? Okay. All right. Let me just see between the two of you where I feel drawn. I feel like she could have had a couple drinks in her time. Do you understand this about her? Okay, because she's making me feel like when she was younger, she could be quite fun. Actually, I feel like she had a social life, and she liked to. I'm not saying she went out all the time, but I do feel like she liked to be social. I feel like this would be more inviting people into her own home. Do you understand this, either of you? Yes, you understand this? Yeah. Okay, but you don't understand having drinks.
There was a brief period of time.
Okay, if it's any time, it makes sense. I'm not saying this was like every day she's having cocktail parties, but I feel like she made it have some drinks. She liked to invite people over to the home. So this, you understand? I feel like there would have been a regular or an annual holiday party or something like that, or something specific where she had people over. Do you understand this? And I feel like this would have been a very important thing to her. There would have been a lot of stress of having everything done perfectly to set up for this. That's what I feel. Do you understand? Yes or no, please.
Not necessarily perfectly.
Okay, but you understand the stress. Okay, because I feel like everything has to be right, and she's preparing like she's taken on a mountain. That's what I feel, to get ready for these parties. And I feel very much, and I feel like she would have been very well put together as well for these parties. Do you understand? But she's like running around trying to do everything. That's just the feeling that I get. So I know this was very important to her, and there was an annual party. There's something about cocktails and things like that at this party. Do you understand that? I feel like she's showing me, would you understand if it's not a cocktail, like there being a drink with either a peppermint stick or a peppermint thing? I feel like there's something in this drink that she's doing. It feels for the holidays. So is it for upcoming holidays? Okay. Does anybody else understand this? Because I feel like it's a little bit sticky here. No? Okay. All right. Let me just keep working with them, trying to back away from me in here psychically. Okay. Well, she's showing me that everything had to be just so, but I feel like there was like particular care taken to the details of what was put out. And I do feel like this is very important to her. I also feel towards the end of her life that you would have been there quite a lot to support her. Is this correct? Because she is coming through with a lot of gratitude and saying thank you for taking care of me. So I know that that was very important to her because I feel like the decline, it was a journey. You know, it was a painful journey. That's what I feel for her. And so I do want to just say thank you very much for taking care of her through this process. I feel as well that she's trying to say you took better care of her than you do of yourself at times, if that would make sense for you.
Yes.
And I feel like the message that she's coming through with to say to you today is that she wants you to take as good of care of you as you did of her. Okay? And all the details. And I'll just leave you with that. All right. All right, I do feel like I have a friend here in spirit. I do feel like he would have had a bike, and this may have something to do with his passing. Motorcycle, I mean, not a bicycle. Because I do feel there was an accident with this bike. That's what he's showing me. I do feel like this guy was a lot of fun to be around. I feel like he had a lot of energy when he was alive, and I feel like he's coming in, he's trying to give me a little bit of that energy right now. I do feel drawn to this side. Does anybody understand a male friend in the spirit world who would have passed? I know he passed younger than he should have. I definitely feel like he passed before his time as a younger man. Anybody over here understand this? Okay. Pardon?
Crash, but there was an accident the last time he rode his bike.
There was an accident with his bike. Is this the same person that came through already though? Okay, let me just see if, I don't wanna give you another contact for the same. I mean, I'm not gonna kick him out, but. All right, so he's just showing me this bike accident, but you understand an accident with the bike, okay. Okay, let me just see. I feel like he was a courageous man. That's what I keep hearing, courageous. That's what I feel. I feel like he was courageous, and I feel like he had this big, bright personality. He could very much hold the space of the room. That's what I feel. You understand this? Because I feel like he's coming forward right now with a lot of energy, but also like a lot of love. Like I feel like he lifted a lot of people up around him. That's what I feel. I feel there was a very much a kindness and a gentleness with this man. Do you understand? This is your boyfriend? Okay. Because I feel like he made a lot of very sweet, like he was the kind of guy that would put his jacket on you. That's what he's showing me. He would put his jacket on you if it was cold, like the gentleman, chivalrous type of thing. That's what I feel. He's also making me feel that, I feel like you guys could have a playful banter. Do you understand this? Because he's making me feel like he could poke fun at me sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what I feel with him. I also feel, and I know that there were a lot of laughs at your expense sometimes. Do you understand that? Because he's also making me feel that. Okay, I just want to see if there's anything that he wants to say since you already got a message. I don't want to hang out too long, but I know he obviously wants to be here with you if he's come back in again. Please take his love because I feel very much, you know, he's trying to lift you up right now, and I feel like that's something that was already said, so please take that, okay? Do you want me to do, no? Okay.
All right, hello. I'm back. And I'm gonna bribe you shortly. Okay, I would love to just give a couple more messages if you've got a few moments. Sound good? Yes? Okay. me feel like he can't believe you drug him here. And he also gives me a sense of, I don't know if healthy skepticism is the right word, but a sense of questioning. And I feel like I'm with the two ladies in the back row. So would you understand that? Would that be in spirit for you? Is that correct, honey?
Not a father.
Do you understand the male in spirit that would be a little bit of a skeptical nature about him? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Do you also understand his, not that I'm going to, I almost feel like I think he's a little OCD. I feel like he wants everything perfect. Does that make sense around him?
Yes.
Okay, because I keep seeing him polish things like his shoes, make things look good. He hated mirrors that had fingerprints on them. Does that make sense around him? You understand that? Okay. Would you also understand the passing with him? There is a quickness to this passing. Do you understand that? Where I feel like it's an illness, but I just feel like at the end, the illness, it was very quick is how it happened. That's the feeling I keep getting. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. He also gives me this feeling of playfulness about him, though. So I feel like he's almost the guy who didn't want to grow up. Does that make sense? You understand that? This real playful joyfulness of him. You understand that?
Yes.
Would you understand something with his throat towards the end? Because I just kind of choked. Do you understand that as well? Okay. He gives me a feeling of so much love for you, though. I feel like there's such a commitment to you, such a vow to you, so to speak, okay? I feel like there's an enormous amount of love. And I feel like with him, he loved being around you. He loved like getting your advice. He loved pretending he needed it, like, and then he'll give you a hard time about it once you gave it to him. Does that make sense though? You understand that? He also keeps giving me a book. He keeps showing me a book. So is there a wedding album or a connection to a wedding with this person? Do you understand that with him? Is this your husband, can I ask, or a relationship, please?
Grandfather.
Okay, thank you. He wasn't real clear on it. So, I mean, I wasn't getting it clearly, so I just wanted to double check. Do you understand the wedding album connected with him as well? Does that make sense for you? Okay. Because he acknowledges the wedding album. I do feel like he's a bit of a nice dresser, you know? I do feel like he likes to take care of himself. And I do feel like he's quite the gentleman. Yeah, he's, you know, and I also just, he just says, I'm so proud of her, because look how beautiful she is over there. You're like an angel light, he says. And he lets you know how proud he is of you. And I know we've heard it a million times, but it is what it is. He does give me a penny for you. So I feel like he is handing you a penny, and it's like a penny for your thoughts. And I feel like this is something he would say, and I feel like you either recently, like literally in the last day, found a penny, or it's right there because he's letting you know that I'm coming in to say hello. Okay? Also, I feel like there's a birthday coming up. So would we have a birthday somewhere coming up in the family that we would understand? Don't think too hard. No need to stress. There's definitely either a birthday, anniversary, because there is a celebration, and he wants to honor that celebration. So I will just leave that with you, okay? Yes. I've got, there's two of them. You know, it's parents coming in. But these parents were a bit, well, I'm just going to say it. These parents were a little flirty with one another. I think especially when they were younger, they were a little flirty. I felt like they were in love all the way up until they pass. And I feel like as they got older, that back and forth became a little more, trust me, like in front of everybody, because they wanted to make sure the family thought that they were like giving each other a hard time. But behind closed doors, there was all that love and hugging. And I keep feeling like they were together for so many years. And I feel like I'm on this side of the room. So can someone understand both parents in spirit? This kind of lovey touchiness with one another. I just feel like there was that sense about them. But in front of people, they're gonna kind of, make sure everybody knows I'm the boss, and then it's I'm the boss, and then let her think she's the boss. Well, I am the boss. So I feel like we got a little bit of that at the family, but behind the scenes, there's lots of love and connection there. So can anyone understand that? Oh, Ed, you can take it? Okay. And, Ed is a medium, but I've never delivered a message to Ed, or not that I'm aware of. So, and you understand both parents being in spirit, Ed? Yes? Thank you. And you also understand this kind of in front of everybody feistiness, but you know that they behind the scenes that there's so much love. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And there's also this sense where I feel like right before, and it would be right that dad passed before mom, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And then, I don't know, but did they hit that 50-year anniversary? Because I keep seeing 50.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. They also keep letting me know, yes, I'm blushing because your dad is, he'd be very flirty with your mom. Do you know that? Even when he's older, he's you know that, right? Like, I think we know that. I think that's out and about in the family. Is that right?
Probably.
Okay. I just feel like with them, their main concern was raising this family, getting them the best start. Like, I feel like your dad was such a hard worker and such an honest man, and a man who said, I'm putting my family first no matter what it takes. And I feel like he sacrificed a lot of his own potential of what he could have done in order to give his kids the best shot. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And I also feel like mom was more of a housewife, but she's one smart lady, because I feel like I gotta tell you, she does run that house. She does. She wins the argument. And I feel like she would win the argument when it came up between the two of them. But she let dad think she always respected him and made sure they knew. So anyhow, I just feel like they want to say hello to you today to tell you they love you. And just a sense of gratitude of, how you're continuing to help others and be that kind of stand-up guy in your own family dynamic. Makes them very proud.
Thank you.
So I'll leave that with you. All right. So as we do announcements, we're going to hand out candy canes. So just take one and pass them around. So they're great. Just pass them around. Pass them. There we go. Just pass them around. Thank you. Yay! See, we even feed you. You just grab some of the pass here.
Okay. All right.
Yay! We might need. There we go. Got another box in the back if you didn't get it. Just pass them around. Thank you. Okay. I would love to just kind of do some announcements. We always have classes and events that are held here, but also our professional mediums, they have events outside of here as well. So let me just mention a few things that we have coming up. Jules, as you know, she's got a space that's about 5 minutes from here, not too far at all. In December, next weekend, she's got, I don't know if I'm going to say it right, a UC. A SUI. You see where I come from, to take that Reiki class. So now USUI Reiki, and then December 21st is the full moon meditation, and then January 12th through the 14th is a Karuna Reiki Master training as well. Susan talking about today and talking about purging and talking about, she is doing a 2019 intention setting and manifesting magic party. And that is on January 3rd from 7 to 10 p.m. And she's right in Santa Monica area, right? So you can check with her after that. Let's see, we have here next Saturday, I'm doing a small group reading. There might be one or two spaces left, but everyone gets a message. It's going to be just a very small group. And then January 12th, we have a special guest in the house today, Mr. Mark David. And yes, Mark David is an international sound healer. And so we have an event here on January 12th that is sound healing and spirit messages, and it's wonderful. We did it last year and had an amazing time. And so January 12th, you can come do that. If you're looking for classes, just go to the website here. There's a bunch of classes that are coming up. I do want to mention, Mark actually brought a new CD called Super Bowls. So I think he has some if you want to grab one. But what I'd also love to mention, and thank Nancy again for her talk, Nancy's got a book called Entering the Light Fantastic. And she does have a few copies. And not that she mentioned it, but she will sign it if you purchase one, won't you, Nancy? So, you know, again, I just want to thank each and every one of you. You know, we do this the second Sunday of every month and coming together so that we understand and realize that we do have a community. And sometimes in a big city, it's easy to lose sight of that. It's easy to lose sight that we have friends and we have neighbors. And as a community, we do need one another. We do. The more you get hurt and the more disappointed you get, the more you think it's just going to be me. I can do it all by myself. I don't need anyone. But unfortunately, it's not the case. We do need each other. And so I really want to thank you for coming here each and every second Sunday to celebrate, to open yourselves up, to be vulnerable, to laugh, to cry, and to share. And thank you very much to Nancy and our mediums, because again, without the lovely gratitude and gift of their sharing each and every month, this just would not be possible. So thank you for those signing up on the email list. We try not to bombard you. Thank you for sharing at home. Feel free to check in on Facebook, because you're allowed to go on it now. And I do want to wish you the happiest of holidays. And, you know, I know you may be missing a loved one, but they truly are a thought or an orb away. And celebrate, you know, that they brought a joy, they brought a life, they brought a light. And the fact that you miss them just shows you how much you love them. And that love is infinite. Okay? So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you guys so much.